Namaste and welcome to this warming up practice. I'm doing this today as my warm up, but you might also like to do this as just a short burst of yoga in your daily practice. So without further ado, let's get started. Standing with the feet wide apart, we're going to take the arms out to cactus arms and then do just twisting from the upper body, keeping the hips a little bit more passive than we do in Kati Chakrasana, beginning to waken up the sides of the body and using a gentle drawing in of the abdominal muscles just to stabilize here in our center. And then if you want to, you can extend through the arms a little bit, maybe moving a bit more into the hips. And perhaps pivoting on the toes so that we take that movement into the legs a little bit, into the feet. And then giving yourself a little bounce in the knee. And because we're aiming to go quite quickly here, you can make your rhythm a little bit swifter than normal. If it helps, you can reach up and reach down. And come back to the middle. Lose your bounce. Just let your movement become a little slower until you're back to standing steady. I like to square my feet, you don't have to, and rolling the shoulders. Beginning with some small rolls and then fingertips onto the shoulders themselves, making much bigger movements with the elbows. You can coordinate your breath and movement together if you want to. Again, you don't have to. And the opposite way as well. And then releasing out the arms, maybe doing a little bit of wrist circling. And if you want to, you can also do your ankles as well. Fantastic stuff. So let's get started. Our first move is a chair pose. So I'm going to stand slightly sideways on. Feet are about hip width apart, not much wider and definitely not too narrow. Breathing in as you reach your arms up, breathing out the shoulders down. And then here, firming the belly as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, settling your hips down slightly behind your heels, as if you were sitting into a chair. I have to say this is probably not a session for your yoga novice, but holding the chair pose here. Now, once you've established your chair as a good chair, by looking down and making sure that your knees are over your feet, not falling together or falling apart, and just rolling the hips under and rolling the hips back so that you tuck your pelvis and extend your tailbone. You want to find the center of those two extremes, and then we're going to come in and out of chair pose. So inhaling up and exhaling into chair, perhaps a little deeper. Inhaling up, exhaling into chair. Inhaling up, exhaling into chair. Inhaling up, exhaling to chair. We'll do just one more, so we do 5 dynamic movements. And then here, if your arms are tired by being up, you can bring them down to the center of the chest with the palms together. We hold for 3 deep breaths. Weight into your heels, firm in your belly. Remember to extend into the crown of the head as well. And then after your 3rd deep exhalation, inhaling all the way up. And exhaling the arms down to the side. Give anything that needs a wiggle in between. And now we're going to do twisted chair pose. So here, we're going to breathe in and take the arms up. And as you breathe out, come into chair, but take the right elbow to the left knee. And then come up to standing. And as you exhale, coming into chair, but taking the left elbow to the right knee. Inhaling up and exhaling. Inhaling up and exhaling. If you can come quite deep. And you might also like to just check that you don't have one knee a lot ahead of the other. Lovely job. So we're now on our third one to each side. We're going to do 2 more. Inhaling up, exhaling into chair, inhaling and exhaling as you twist. Again, weight into your heels. A little firmness in the belly always helps here. And then we'll finish by coming up into chair pose, exhaling the arms down to the side. Wiggle anything that needs wiggling, and hopefully by now you feel quite warm, which is good. Okay, so I always like to warm up my hips a little bit before I do any of the big lunging poses like the warriors. So from here, I'm going to come into a forward bend and step back my right foot, take my right knee down, and just spend a few moments moving in and out of my lunge. This isn't really demanding, it's dynamic. The idea is to warm up the hips a little. If you want to, you can circle the hips, but just give yourself a little bit more support here on the floor. And then here in our lunge, extending your back leg, keeping your right hand down. Right hand is the back, right foot is the back leg. Making sure your left knee is supported by your left foot. And then inhale as you reach the left arm up and over, twisting to the left, exhaling the arm back to center. Inhaling and exhaling. We're doing 5. Press through your back heel. Firm in your belly and your buttocks. This is number 4. And last one. From here, stepping back into downward facing dog, just doing a gentle paddle through the legs. A little shimmy through the rest of the body. And then stepping forward, take the left knee down, right foot is forward, and just a gentle moving in and out of the lunge. Again, you can firm in the buttocks here. It helps to have the feet very active, so they're very supportive. The legs are what's driving this movement. And then if you want to, you can circle the hips a little bit by taking your hands to the floor and just making some more rotational movements to lubricate those hip joints. When you're ready, hands stay on the floor, extending the left leg, which is the back leg. Leave the left hand on the floor, bend the right knee so it's supported by the foot. Breathing in, reaching the right arm up and over, breathing out and down. And keep going for 5. Firm in the belly, firm in the buttocks, pressing through the back heel. This is 4. And 5. Very good. We're going to come from here back into downward facing dog again. And just doing any movements that feel good in the downward dog. I really like a bit of paddling, a bit of shimmying through the upper body. It's an opportunity to turn the head from side to side as well. So I'm going to start with the left foot forward because it's easier to demonstrate for you guys. Left foot forward. I'm turning out my right foot to point slightly to the side, firming the front knee, and then raising the arms up into warrior 1 pose. So hips are basically pointed towards the front, very firm in the legs, little firmness in the belly as well. And here we're going to breathe in as we lengthen the front leg and breathe out as we bend the front knee. Inhaling up, exhaling down, pressing into the back heel, inhaling up, exhaling down. 5 of these, 2 more, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. I may have miscounted. Let's do 1 more. There we are. And then from here, inhaling the legs long, we're going to exhale and fold forward from the hips. And here, use the arms instead. So from this position of a pyramid pose, we're going to inhale the arms down by the sides, open the chest to look forward, palms turned up, And exhale the arms over the head and palms turned down. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling, looking down. One more, inhaling, just 3 of these. And exhaling, looking down. Bend the front knee again. Press into that front foot to come up. And then we're going to turn ourselves into warrior 2 pose. So our right leg, which is the back leg, can turn a little bit more to be parallel to the end of the mat. And we want to make sure that the front knee is still stabilized over the front leg. From warrior 2, arms out to the side, we're going to inhale the arms up and exhale the arms down as we bend that front knee again. So inhaling, squaring your chest to the side edge of the mat. Exhaling, gazing over your left fingers. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling, really firm in the legs. Inhaling and exhaling. I've lost count, so we'll do one more. Inhaling and exhaling. From our warrior 2 position, really pressing the feet away from each other. Let's inhale the right hand down to the right leg, left arm up, and exhale the left hand to the left thigh and right arm over. 5 of these. Inhaling and exhaling, really firm in your belly and your buttocks. Inhaling and exhaling. Free your head to look wherever it chooses. Exhaling, one more. Inhaling and exhaling. Very good. Coming back to center. We're going to straighten the front leg, the left leg, turn the toes both to point to the wrong edge of the mat. Then draw the heels in and come into our horse stance, goddess squat, whichever you prefer. Inhaling, reach the arms long. Exhaling, bend both knees. See if you can sink the hips down. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Last one. Inhaling and exhaling. And hold if you can. Draw the shoulder blades towards each other. Open the knees, open the elbows. And exhale. Release the arms down. I'm going to turn the feet forward. Take a little forward bend here. Open the chest as you inhale. As you exhale, fold forward. Reach your hands away from you. So not between the legs, but in front so that your torso is parallel to the floor. I'm going to do a little twist here. Lifting the right arm, inhaling. And exhaling, lifting the left arm. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling to the right. Exhaling to center. Firm belly, firm buttocks. Exhale to center. Just one more to each side. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. From here, we're going to turn the right foot towards the right end of the mat. The left leg can pretty much stay where it is. Bending the right knee and then windmilling the arms up to warrior 2 for our warrior 2 variations. Inhaling, reaching the arms up. Exhaling, looking over the right hand. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Press into the left heel as well. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. One more. Inhaling and exhaling. Allow the legs to remain bent. Inhale, reach the left hand down. And then exhale the right forearm to the right thigh, reaching the left arm over. Inhaling up. Exhaling over. Inhaling up. Exhaling over. 2 more. Inhaling. Pressing the feet apart. Exhaling. Firm belly from buttocks. Inhaling. And exhaling. Excellent stuff. Coming back to the center, turning the left toes to point a little bit more forward, squaring the hips towards the front for our warrior 1 variations. And here, we're going to have the arms over the head, inhaling, straighten the front leg, exhaling, bending the front knee. Inhale, exhale, press the back heel away from you. Inhale, firm belly, firm buttocks. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Open chest, shoulders down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale up. And as you exhale, fold forward from your hips. Release the arms down to the side, palms turned up. Inhale. As you roll the shoulder blades towards each other, look forward. Exhale, reach the arms over the head, looking down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. 1 more. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. From here, release the hands down to the mat and gently step back into downward facing dog. Take a few breaths, paddling through the feet, wiggling through the sides of the body. And when you're ready, you can take the knees wide and settle yourself down into a child's pose. If you prefer to have your knees together, that's okay. If you want to, you can turn your palms upwards. That gives you a slightly different stretch across the chest and the back and the shoulders. A few deep breaths here. To wind down, we're gently going to take the hands to the left side of the body, bring the knees more together and just allow the hips to come to the right side of the heels for a couple of deep breaths, stretching out the right side of the body. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Coming back to center, hips back to center as well. Reaching the hands to the opposite side, allowing your hips to come to the left side of your heels, reaching to the right side of the body. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Maybe 1 more like that. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bringing the hands back to center, hips back to center as well. Raise the left hand onto its fingertips. Slide the right arm underneath. Take the right shoulder and the right ear to the floor for a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. 1 more. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Coming back to center, doing the same to the other side. Tented right fingertips, sliding the left hand over to the right. Left shoulder, left ear to the floor, left side of the head for a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then when you're ready, you can come back onto your hands and knees. And if you have time here, you can do a relaxation just by lying down onto your back and drawing your knees into your chest and settling into Shavasana. But I'm about to teach a class, so that's what I'm off to do. I hope you feel warmed and invigorated and strong, and I'll see you for another short burst of yoga soon. Namaste.